Feeling unhappy at work? It could be time to exit. We spend at least 2/3 of our waking lives working. What happens in our jobs also impacts our family, our relationships, and feeling of contentment, which then affects our life quality. The chief personal cost of staying in any job too long, or no longer liking the work being done, is a gradual lack of confidence in your capability and empowerment, not to mention growing unhappiness. As we are continually growing, we all have a basic need for stimulation and recognition, which gets stronger over time. However, if these are not being fulfilled, it begins a painful plunge into feelings of disappointment, disinterest, disillusion, and regret, which become obvious in 8 clear signs. Zodiac 1. No enthusiasm for the job and clock watching. 2. A reluctance to do more than the minimum work. 3. Daydreaming a lot about other things that make you feel better. 4. A feeling of angst, stress, and insecurity. 5. Finding fault with and resenting the tasks you have to do. 6. Comparing your job to that of co-workers and enviously watching their progress. 7. Feelings of unexplained tiredness, listlessness, and detachment. 8. Not wanting to get out of bed or feeling increasingly ill so that you don't have to go to work at all. To understand how these feelings gradually emerge, one has to appreciate the work process. Every new job progresses through 3 predictable stages that generally take an average of 2 to 6 years to complete. First is the introduction and initiation stage, where everything is new, seemingly complicated, and even exciting, especially if the job aligns with your goals. Second is the task familiarity. As you learn your role, your confidence and self-esteem is likely to grow. This stage confirms your personal capabilities and expands your knowledge and skills set. Third is full experience, which would occur after a few years. At this point, you have mastered all associated tasks and are considered an expert, well-versed in the job. This third stage is the most critical and challenging, because it naturally creates expectations for promotion and for greater recognition and reward, which are often not met. The key message of the work process is that once you reach mastery, you should move on to something different, such as expanding your role, training others, or securing a more senior position, ideally in a new environment. Failing to advance further after mastery is likely to lead to frustration and disillusionment. Because the work gradually loses its appeal, enthusiasm fades and you sink into disappointment. Eventually, you reach a resigned state where you only do the minimum required, a kind of quiet quitting. This state ultimately makes you happier outside of the job than in it. However, the longer we stay in any job, the harder it is to get out of it, and the more worthless and resentful we are likely to feel. The converse of that is the development of a sort of job's worth mentality, where the job becomes everything for its own sake, with its own territory and petty rules. How many of the 8 signs mentioned earlier apply to your job right now? If you have more than 3, you need to start paying attention to what is lacking in it, to assess what you need to stimulate your talent and interest again. But you cannot ignore these negative signs. They will simply get worse over time as you become anxious and unhappy, and the joylessness spreads to other areas of your life. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Love and Life for more career insights.